Hi, my name is Alex, and today I want to share a story with you, a story that taught me some of the most important English phrases I've ever learned. Imagine this. You're at the airport, excited for your dream trip. Everything is going smoothly until you realize something is missing. Something very important. That's exactly what happened to me. I was standing in line, waiting to check in for my flight to London. My bag was packed. My documents were ready at least. That's what I thought. When the airline employee asked for my passport, I confidently reached into my backpack. But it wasn't there. At first, I stayed calm. Maybe it's in another pocket. I checked again. Maybe I left it in my jacket. I searched everywhere. That's when the panic started to creep in. I could feel my heart racing. My flight was in less than an hour, and I was in trouble. What would you do in this situation? Let's find out together. The airport was busy. People rushed past me, pulling suitcases, talking on their phones, checking their tickets. The sound of rolling luggage and airport announcements filled the air. But for me, everything seemed to stop. I took a deep breath and tried to stay calm. Think, Alex. Where did you last see your passport? I quickly replayed my steps in my head. I had it when I left home. I checked my flight details while sitting at the coffee shop near the entrance. Maybe I put it in my backpack after that? I unzipped every compartment, checked my jacket pockets again, and even patted down my jeans. Still nothing. The airline employee looked at me with a polite but impatient expression. Sir, do you have your passport? I hesitated. Uh, I think I lost it. My voice sounded uncertain. The employee sighed. I'm sorry, but you can't check in without your passport. Maybe you should check with airport security or lost and found. I nodded quickly, my mind racing. Okay, first step. Ask for help. I turned toward the information desk, where a friendly-looking woman stood behind the counter. Taking a deep breath, I walked over. Excuse me, I said, forcing a smile. I think I lost my passport. Do you know where I should check? The woman gave me a reassuring nod. Oh no, that's not good. When did you last see it? I hesitated. Um, Maybe at the coffee shop or in the security line. She nodded and pointed toward the security checkpoint. I'd recommend checking with security first. If they don't have it, you can try lost and found. It's just past gate 12. I repeated the directions in my head. Security first, then lost and found if necessary. Okay, thank you. I turned and hurried toward security, dodging travelers and luggage carts along the way. As I approached, I saw a uniformed officer standing near the metal detectors. My heart pounded. I needed to explain the situation clearly. I took another deep breath and stepped forward. Hi, I lost my passport. Have you seen a black passport cover? The security officer, a tall man with a serious expression, looked at me for a moment before speaking. Lost your passport, huh? He said. That's not good. Can you describe it? I nodded quickly. Yes. It's a black passport cover. My name is inside, and there should be a boarding pass folded inside, too. The officer pulled out a small clipboard and checked a list. When did you last see it? I hesitated, trying to think. I had it when I arrived at the airport. I might have left it at the coffee shop or dropped it in the security line. He nodded. Wait here for a moment. I'll check with the other officers. As he walked away, I tapped my fingers against my backpack nervously. My flight was getting closer, and I was running out of time. A few minutes later, the officer returned, shaking his head. Sorry, we don't have any passports turned in here. You should check with Lost and Found. I swallowed hard and nodded. Okay. Thanks anyway. I turned around and started walking quickly toward Gate 12, where the Lost and Found office was located. My mind raced. If they don't have it, what will I do? Will I miss my flight? As I reached the Lost and Found desk, a woman in a blue uniform greeted me. Hi there. How can I help you? She asked cheerfully. I tried to smile. I think I lost my passport. Has anyone turned one in? She tilted her head. Can you describe it? I repeated the details. Black cover, my name inside, a boarding pass folded inside. She nodded and turned to check a drawer behind the desk. My heart pounded as I watched her flip through a few folders and items. After a few seconds, she turned back to me with an apologetic smile. I'm sorry, but we don't have any passports matching that description. Are you sure you didn't leave it somewhere else? My stomach dropped. This can't be happening. I rubbed my forehead, trying to think. I was sitting at the coffee shop before coming to check in. Maybe I left it there? She nodded. It's worth checking. The cafe is right by the entrance. If you find it, come back and let us know. Thank you. I called over my shoulder as I rushed off. I ran back toward the coffee shop, weaving through crowds of travelers. As I reached the entrance, I scanned the small tables where people sat with their luggage and drinks. My old table was empty. Taking a deep breath, I stepped up to the counter. A barista, a young woman with curly hair, smiled at me. Hi, what can I get for you? She asked. Actually, I said, catching my breath, I think I left my passport here earlier. Has anyone found it? She frowned, thinking for a moment. A passport? Let me check in the back. 1 second. She disappeared into a small storage area behind the counter. I waited, my fingers crossed. A few moments later, she returned empty-handed. Sorry, she said, shaking her head. We didn't find any passports here. I felt like the floor had disappeared beneath me. Oh, okay. Thanks anyway. I turned around, feeling completely lost. I had checked security. I had checked Lost and Found. Now I had checked the coffee shop. If my passport wasn't in any of those places, where could it be? I sat down on a bench near the entrance, resting my elbows on my knees. I had searched everywhere I could think of. Had I really lost it for good? Then, suddenly, a memory flashed through my mind. Wait. When I checked my phone earlier, I was sitting on a bench near the restroom. Could it still be there? Hope flickered inside me. I jumped to my feet and ran toward the benches near the restrooms. My eyes scanned the area frantically. Then, just a few feet away, I saw something black on the ground. Could it be? I rushed toward the black object on the ground, my heart racing. As I got closer, I could see it clearly, a black passport cover, slightly open, with a folded piece of paper inside. I picked it up with shaky hands and flipped it open. My name was inside. My boarding pass was inside. I exhaled sharply, a wave of relief washing over me. Oh my God! I found it! I whispered to myself. Just then, a janitor walking past noticed me. "Did you lose that?" he asked with a kind smile. I nodded, still catching my breath. "Yes, I've been looking for it everywhere." "Well, you're lucky no one took it," he said, laughing. "Better hold on tight to that from now on." "I definitely will," I said, holding my passport firmly. "Thank you." With no time to waste, I sprinted back toward the check-in counter. When I arrived, the airline employee from earlier gave me a surprised look. "You found it?" she asked. "Yes," I said, nearly out of breath. "I left it on a bench near the restroom," she smiled. "Good thing you checked. All right, let's get you checked in a few minutes later." With my boarding pass in hand, I walked toward security, feeling like I had just run a marathon. But more than anything, I felt relieved. Let's review what we learned. This experience taught me a lot, not just about keeping track of my belongings, but also about important English phrases for emergencies. Let's go over some of the key expressions we used in this story. "I think I lost my passport." A simple and direct way to explain your situation. "Can you describe it?" A common question when reporting a lost item. "Where did you last see it?" Useful for helping someone retrace their steps. "Has anyone turned it in?" A great phrase to use at lost and found offices. Better hold on tight to that. A casual way to tell someone to be more careful. Now repeat these phrases with me. By using these expressions, you'll be ready to handle similar situations while traveling. With my passport safely in my hands, I finally felt like I could breathe again. As I made my way toward the security checkpoint, I couldn't help but smile. This had been a stressful experience, but I had learned something valuable, not just about keeping track of my things, but about how to communicate in English during an emergency. I thought about all the times I had to ask for help. At the information desk, "Excuse me, I think I lost my passport." At security, "Can you describe it?" "Where did you last see it?" At the lost and found office, "Has anyone turned it in?" And finally, when I found it, "Better hold on tight to that." These weren't just random phrases. They were real, practical expressions that helped me solve my problem. And the best part? Now you know them too. Using these expressions in other situations, these phrases aren't just useful at the airport. You can use them anywhere. Traveling, asking for help with lost luggage. Shopping, reporting a lost wallet. At school or work, finding a missing item. Now it's your turn. Write in the comments, what would you do if you lost something important? Try using the phrases from the video. Congratulations! Today, you improved your English with a real-life story. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.